We have a very special show here. We're on the set of The View, and my guests today are a comedian, an attorney, a journalist, a reporter, and a broadcast legend. They are Joy Behar, Star Jones, Meredith Viera, Lisa Ling, and Barbara Walters. Please welcome the women of The View. Walters, please. Sit right by me. Right there. Okay. Well, isn't this exciting on the set of The View for the first, well, not really the first time. All right. Listen, I thought I would get to this right away because this always comes up, so I'm not going to pussyfoot around, is whenever I have 4 women, and this, by the way, is the first time we ever had 5 guests of any stripe on our show, and I'm happy we made this exception for this show. But, whenever I have all women, it always gets to why aren't I married? Now, I read an interesting...
We don't care.
I read an... Okay. I read an...
Bill was married and
interesting...
never came up. No.
Interesting thing in USA Today. It said the average age for a woman to get married used to be 20 in 1965, and now it has gone up to 25 in 1998.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I have a unique perspective on this. I think women should get married closer to that earlier age. When they wait to their late 20s, they never are happy. I know a lot of women in their late 20s, and they're not happy because they wanted to get married, and it didn't happen.
You've got one right here. Is that why you're not happy, though?
No, I'm not a woman.
Oh.
I'm one of the ones who tries to avoid getting married.
When do you think a man should get married? It does not matter.
Late 50s.
Fine.
And he should marry an 18-year-old girl, right?
Right.
No,
She's not bitter yet.
No, but it is totally true. I would give this advice to any young woman.
Yeah.
If you, one, be honest with yourself if you really want to get married or not. I don't think they're honest with themselves about it.
What do
And
you
if
think is the real reason?
Because it's just very politically correct and hip to think that you don't really want to get married, but
I
women
want to get
want to
married
get
now.
What happened?
I'm at the age I want to get married now, but when I was in my 20s, I was getting my groove on. The last thing I wanted to do was be bothered with getting married.
You're special.
I know that.
Wait a minute. I got married at 33, and I was not bitter at the time, feeling, gosh, I have to get married. I was building a career in my 20s, and I was very comfortable
I got married at 22, and I've been bitter ever since.
So what can we learn here?
Are you feeling bitter?
Not at all. I mean, you say that it's PC to not be married in your early or mid-20s or whatever. I don't feel that way at all. For me, the notion of being a wife right now is totally unfathomable. I'm having a good time, and if I get married down the line, great. If not, great. It's irrelevant.
You sort of think that any woman who says anything beyond "have a nice day" is bitter.
No. How do you know that? Why do you say that?
Well, because here you are saying that you know a lot of women in their late 20s, and they're all bitter because they didn't get married.
I'm saying, unlike you, 5,
Yes.
I know women in a dating perspective in their early 20s and their late 20s. I've been pretty
But are
much
they
single.
bitter after they date you? Is that what you're talking about?
No. The ones in their late 20s, because usually women have some sort of a long-term relationship that starts in their early 20s.
Yes.
And what I was going to say is that you should not give a guy more than a year and a half. If you want to marry him, say so right then and get him. If you let it go for 4 or 5 years, then...
But you may not know in the beginning that you want to marry
A
someone.
year and a half is plenty of time to do.
Not when you're 23, though.
No, but
when you're 23, a year and a half is like a minute. A minute 20 at max. I mean, you don't know what you want.
No, but after
You're having a
2
good
years,
time.
after 2 years or 2.5 years, from the beginning you're running towards each other in slow motion. That goes away. And then the guy doesn't want to get married anymore. He's got a point here, believe it or not.
I have a possible solution. Move across country and try and maintain a long-distance relationship. Date other people, and then you learn to kind of appreciate the person you may have been with for an extended period of time. I know some people who may have had this situation.
That's happening to you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually in a relationship for a long time. I still am in a relationship for about 5 years, and it was starting to get very stagnant, and then I moved across country, and now I'm kind of missing him more. So you have a good point, that if you've been in a relationship for too long, it could get stale.
That's the difference. The nice thing about getting married early is it gives you many years ahead to get married again.
All right, we got to take a break. We're back here on the set of The View when we return.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Corona.
Sometimes I see things that aren't there.
It takes a person of pure heart to defeat pure evil.
Oh, I think you know who I am. You just don't want to believe it.
1,000 years has ended! The Dark Angel is loosed from his prison!
How can you expect to defeat me when I am forever and you are just a man?
End of Days. Rated R. The end is coming Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Michael Jordan.
I'm Elmer Fudd.
Big news. America's going crazy for MCI 5 cents every day. Now it's 5 cents a minute every evening and all weekend long.
Now, a roving reporter. Let's find out how a typical American feels about MCI's 5 cents every day offer.
I'm speechless!
I'm soaked.
Now, Michael, so just call 1-800 every day to join.
Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
One moment can make the difference between going home and going home a champion. The road to gold continues as the world's top skaters compete. Skate Canada, Sunday at 4 on ABC.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wally Kennedy. He's the hottest guy on television, the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Regis Philbin. He's our guest tonight. Plus, the writer who went to do a story on prostitutes and wound up becoming one. Join us.
Kim Smith with another in our series of Best Bargains. Take a look. Exquisite accent pieces, frames, crystal. Everything you see here is from one store. Ross. Unbelievable. And even more unbelievable are the prices. I know I've seen this for a lot more money. In fact, Ross saves you up to 60% compared to department stores. And look at this great bedroom.
When it comes to items for the home, Ross is definitely a best bargain.
Only one motion picture has been rousing, uplifting, and stirring critics all across America. Al Pacino, Russell Crowe in the best film of the year. The Insider, a Michael Mann film, rated R, now playing.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be undisputed heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis, Chris Rock, Jon Stewart, and Ann Coulter.
Okay, we're back. We were talking, I guess, about age and how it affects us all. You know, we're not the only ones. The Supreme Court these days is hearing arguments about this case down in Florida that has to do with age discrimination. And some of the justices are saying that discrimination when it comes to age is not a bad thing. In fact, the word discrimination just means to tell unlike things apart. It's not the same as sexism or racism. It's age. And I would tend to agree. Yes?
Well, I just think it's very interesting that the Supreme Court thinks that age, discriminating about age or setting age standards is a good thing when the average member of the Supreme Court is 65.
Is dead.
Yeah. Yes.
They are judging from, they are not practicing what they are preaching or ruling on.
Yeah. But we do in America. We make, you have an age to drive, to drink, to vote. The president can only be 35 and up. Now, is that ageist? I mean,
but
I know...
a senator can be 109.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe there should be an upper limit. I mean, in the new Reagan biography, he says again that Reagan was not mentally competent in his last years in office because...
But that could be true of somebody who's 40, as well as it could somebody who's 80. I mean, I know a lot of people who are sharp at 80 or even 90.
Yeah, right.
So if you discriminate based solely on the age, that's unfair. If you discriminate because they're a nut, that's fine. If they're crazy, I'd say okay.
Well, what about the 35 for president? I mean, that's a...
So wait, are you for or against age discrimination? I'm having a little trouble.
You're for it, I think.
I am for it.
You think there should be certain age limits?
More with the young, since I'm getting old.
Right.
But yes, I definitely think this idea that a child's opinion is as worthy as an adult's, which a lot of people would tell you, is ridiculous.
Well, what constitutes
I think it's ridiculous also.
Yeah. What's that?
What constitutes a child? At what age is one determined a child?
Even 18 is a child. You know, this idea that,
Tell
you know...
that to Woody Allen. Wait a second. Is a man bitter at the age of 35?
She's always stirred up trouble. Well, he could be, yeah. So they say men go through their tough times toward their late 30s, 40, yeah.
Television is very demanding. At what age do you think that someone who does a show, like politically incorrect, where you should move on for someone younger like you?
Well, luckily, I was never good looking, so it was never, I never like traded on that. So I could grow ugly in this job, uglier, and it would be fine. But I mean, there are cases.
Men in general can. It's women who can't.
Yes, right, but you know what, if you, like The Price is Right, hired someone to be eye candy to stand next to a washer dryer. Now these models are in their early 70s on that show. And they sue to keep the job. Now, if you're hired for sex and beauty and youth, isn't it wrong to then try to hold on to that job when you lose it?
Well, we've had some cases of that, not models of being 70 standing next to the washing machine, but we have had women who are newscasters and who say that I was fired not because I didn't do it, but because I wasn't young enough.
Or young enough,
Yeah. Fortunately, I am so young, I've never had to face that problem. But I also lie a lot.
Okay? But what about just the regular, everyday man who's working in a company for the last 35 years? He hits 62, and it is cheaper to get a young whippersnapper at 26 years old, pay him a lesser salary, and then dump out on the 60-year-old guy. I think those are the kinds of issues that make it bring it a little closer to people's homes.
Do you have any sympathy for that?
No, because I'm going to be there soon, as I say. But I'm focusing more on the young side of it.
Well, I respect the opinions of children. You just said the opinion of children is...
I didn't say I don't respect them. I said they're not equal.
Oh.
They're not equal. Somebody, I mean, if you say they're equal, it says that we're not getting better as we get older, doesn't it?
I've definitely encountered some discrimination because of my age.
Right here on this show.
Yeah, exactly. and Regis Feldman, for example, he doesn't even refer to me by my name, Lisa. He calls me the young one. And I can't.
So do we.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't even call me Lisa ever. Oh. And I could never say the same, I could never say, okay, you old, droopy guy. I mean, I could never say that to him. See, I mean, it would generate a huge reaction. And, I mean, it's kind of getting old. He says that to me all the time, and I feel like maybe this doesn't remember.
Hours in the morning and in the evening. You kind of
on the other hand, all I can think of is this should be your biggest problem. Because the reason that you are on the show is because we wanted someone younger and with a different point of view.
Right? But sometimes
maybe we shouldn't have done that.
But sometimes the younger person her or his opinions are discounted or dismissed.
But sometimes the older these days it seems the younger person is the one that's listened to, and as you get older, people don't care as much.
I know, but you know, this is a little bit much. If you're old, you're going to die soon. That's why you can't say mean things to old people. Let's get this straight. If you're young, you have many years before you're going to drop, right? Am I right about this?
Yes.
So it's cruel to say to an old person a joke about that. I personally am offended by it. I've gone into menopause. I've become more sensitive about age things lately because I know the Grim Reaper is around the corner.
Well, our society caters to young people, though.
Ridiculous.
Every item that's sold on television and newspapers and magazines.
It doesn't cater to, it's trying to grab that market. It's not catering.
Well, that's why it's catering to. It's pandering.
Well, if you look at all the television shows that are on in the evening, I mean, nowadays, everybody's got to be 18 or 19.
I got to go. We'll be right back.
At any given second, in here, it's always Friday. Boom, 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 boom. Right this second, Friday's famous Jack Grill entrees are getting something new. Your favorite cuts of meat with golden shrimp. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Social anxiety disorder is an intense, persistent fear and avoidance of social situations. Over 10 million suffer. Do you? Does an unreasonable fear of embarrassment cause you to avoid most social interaction? Is your anxiety around people so intense it can feel like a panic attack? Has this overwhelming anxiety significantly impaired your work or social life? Now Paxil, the only medication proven effective for social anxiety disorder, offers new hope. Paxil can help you overcome your anxiety so that in time, with your doctor's help, you may move toward recovery. Paxil is not for everyone. Tell your doctor what medicines you're taking. People taking MAO inhibitors shouldn't take Paxil. Side effects may include decreased appetite, dry mouth, sweating, nausea, constipation, sexual side effects in men and women, yawn, tremor, or sleepiness. Will you ask your doctor for more information about Paxil? Do it today. Your life is waiting.
For the new millennium, Zales has stunning diamond bracelets. Your choice, just $9.99. Imagine how big this holiday kiss will be. At Zales stores nationwide and Zales.com.
He spent years making you laugh. Now he just might move you to tears. Dudley Moore speaks candidly about the battle of his life. A moving Barbara Walters exclusive on 2020 Friday.
This is the sale you wait for. What you want for work or play. Biggest sale this season. It's time for Clover Days.
The biggest Clover Days of the year starts tomorrow at Strawbridge's. For 3 days only, find the lowest prices of the season. Shop extended store hours Friday and Saturday 7 a.m. till midnight and Sunday 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Don't miss early bird specials Friday and Saturday at 7 a.m.
This is where it all starts. This is where it gets good.
The biggest Clover Days of the year at Strawbridge's.
Morning, honey.
Good morning.
Tired of sharing a wireless phone? Hey, what happened to the phone? Family Talk from Cellular One. 2 to 4 phones on one plan.
Need a new car? Too busy to shop? Unsure you'll be getting the best prices? Then you should be calling 1-888-CLASSIC. Classic has 12 dealerships and the buying power to give you the best prices on any new or used car or truck. Quotes will be given over the phone or by email. You can also shop Classic on the web. For the best price or just a second opinion, avoid the hassle of shopping from car dealer to car dealer. Call 1-888-CLASSIC, South Jersey's largest dealer group.
This winter, try something new. Stay healthy. Introducing new Hall's Defense. Each lozenge has 100% of the vitamin C you need every day. Get new Hall's Defense and get going.
One of the great pleasures of being here is that I can talk to 5 women who are very into politics, because we talk about that on our show quite a bit, and I know you all follow this. And probably the most interesting thing that's come along recently is that Al Gore was advised by Naomi Wolf, his new advisor, that he had to be an alpha male. Now, of course, being vice president is the classic beta male. You're number 2. It's such a crappy job, we call it number 2.
I like a beta man. I really do.
You like a beta man?
Yes, I like a little bit of schlubbiness. I don't want somebody that's so aggressive and
Because you're an alpha female.
No, I'm not.
You wear the pants.
No, I don't.
And you scream a lot, I hear.
I don't even wear pants. No, you're wrong.
Oh, that's what I read.
But I just like I like a guy who's a little more low-key, a little more sensitive. I don't need like Clinton is the typical alpha president. He's not my favorite.
No, I think George Bush Jr. is more the alpha type of guy with his pro-guns and all of that stuff. Am I right?
George, no, I don't.
George Jr. is not with the NRA pro-gun.
Yeah, but he's not in that sense. He's not, you know, the sort of a more aggressive.
Yeah, but he's the governor of a state that has concealed handgun laws.
Yeah, and his state executes the most people. I mean, I think that's alpha.
I would say with a capital A, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
If you look at what psychologists and also botanists would be playing. Well, that is Al Gore. He's a tree. No. But, what they say about, I used to collect them, what they say about alpha males is the number one thing of an alpha male in nature is that they want to spread their seed. That's what makes the alpha male. The lion... Bill Clinton.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. Please. But Bill Clinton is that alpha male, and I'm sure Lyndon Johnson was that alpha male, and lots of Kennedy. That's the alpha male. So it's sort of.
And I think the public had fewer problems with Bill Clinton in regards to his infidelity than when he actually lied to the American public. I think people actually, I know in Latin America, I used to cover stories in Latin America, the men loved him and the women loved him. They thought he was so masculine.
One of my friends actually said that Bill Clinton was the biggest pimp of the year last year, and he gave men the permission to be pimps. I thought, what a weird pimp.
Why is he a pimp?
He's not
a pimp, he's a John.
No, but no.
It's just a word.
Help me with the pimp in terms of someone
get a girl
who
like
can direct women to do what he wants them to do, in that sense of the word. I don't know what you think about
Just to get off of
pimping.
Bill, I didn't want this to come out that way, what I was going to say, just to get on with Bill Clinton. I am really feeling sorry for men. Now, I mean, you were feeling sorry for women earlier, but I'm feeling sorry for men because for years, women have been saying, and men, be more sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, cry. It's okay to cry.
Alan Alda.
Phil
Donahue.
I mean, you have showed up. Not you, darling. Never worry.
Right.
And now, finally, we have a man who is a gentleman, who is happily married, who, you know, loves his children.
Jimmy Carter you're talking about.
No,
Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Right.
Well, that's what we
See, he's so boring, I forgot who you were talking about.
I'm not supposed to give political opinions, so this is not an opinion. What I'm talking about in men in general is we have spent the last 20 years telling men to be more sensitive, to be more, show their feminine side.
Yeah.
Finally now, when we have created that, we're now saying, no, spread your seed, be more masculine. I don't know what a poor guy's supposed to do. I tell you,
well,
it's tough.
That's true.
Isn't that what
Are you having a terrible problem? Tell us about it.
Because I'm not conflicted about this at all.
You want to spread your seed.
Well, it's just my biological imperative, Barbara. It's not what I want to do.
Well, then we would like to breastfeed in public. That's our biological imperative.
But, okay, then if you can breastfeed in public, then I should be able to, you know, masturbate in public.
Okay, go right ahead. You go right ahead.
What? I mean...
It's not the same. One is for sustenance for another human being. The other is for your own miserable, disgusting gratification.
And that's really the thing, is that, you know, men and women have different agendas.
Yeah.
And somehow our agenda is demonized as miserable and disgusting, when it's just as biological as yours. You want to get married, and love is important to you. Right. We want sex. But that's just the way we're made. But somehow we're picked...
We do.
Yeah.
I don't think
say it out loud, but we
and
do.
I don't think masturbation is miserable and disgusting either.
But in public?
In public, but I also wouldn't breastfeed my baby in public.
I would. I would breastfeed you in public.
I don't know. Al Gore. You start out talking about the health plan, and before you know it, people are saying, well, Mr. Vice President, how do you feel about women breastfeeding in public, and do you masturbate? How did we get to that?
I don't know. We have to take a break.
Just goes around and around.
Being John Malkovich is funny, very funny. Fall off your chair funny, jaw-droppingly funny. The funniest movie I've seen in years.
Being John Malkovich.
How was it?
It was amazing. Rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Ask my family about the appetizer I got at the Olive Garden. It was their Sicilian scampi. They saute shrimp in olive oil and wine and top it with fresh tomatoes. It took me just half a shrimp to know I had the best. Olive Garden. When you're here, family.
Contrary to some opinion, e-commerce isn't just about selling things. It's about connecting people in business. To their customers, yes, but also to their partners and colleagues, and to anybody else that makes business go. At Microsoft, we've helped thousands of companies build e-commerce solutions easy enough for any business to use. Because if everybody's connected, business works better.
You can turn hopes and dreams into reality when you give through the United Way. At this learning center, those with developing disabilities are getting the vital help they need. Together, we're solving problems, getting results you can see. The NFL, the United Way, and you, the power of teamwork.
Hey.
This is for those ready to hit the road.
Hit the road. This is for the long way home. This
is for those who want to widen their horizons. This is for the passing lane. This is for right now.
Right now.
Hit the road for Pontiac driving excitement and lease a Grand Prix GT for as low as $295 a month for 39 months. Call for important details.
This is for me.
For me.
Hit the road for Pontiac driving excitement.
This is for me.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Discover Estee Lauder Pleasures. A gift so tempting you'll be tempted to keep it for yourself. This 23-piece makeup collection, including tray, worth $230, only $40 with any Estee Lauder fragrance purchase. Now at Macy's.
It's making headlines. Diamond Furniture's massive holiday blowout. Guaranteed lowest prices with pre-financing and no money down. Vanity and Bench, $59. Swivel bar stools, just $19. Recliners, $99. Sleep sofas, an amazing $288. This designer living room group, just $555. Immediate 7-day holiday delivery. Nobody beats a diamond deal.
Diamond Furniture. Nobody beats a diamond deal.
Planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 323-575-4321.
Okay, we're talking about alpha males running for president. I saw Donald Trump in the paper the other day, and standing next to him on his first campaign stop was his supermodel girlfriend. Now, be honest, women, not one woman is going to vote for him if he ran because he has a supermodel girlfriend next to him. Isn't that true?
No, that's
What,
not
you
true
mean
at
because
all.
we're jealous?
Yes.
No.
I like him, but I like Donald. I mean, it'd be kind of weird to call her the first babe, but yeah, we like him. It's all right with me.
Well, do you agree with his remark that men don't go out with supermodels because they can't get them? Otherwise, every man would want one?
Yes.
You do agree with that? Look who I'm asking.
Nobody would have been mad at Bill Clinton if instead of it being you-know-who, it was a
better look.
6-foot model.
Yeah.
No, we disagree with that.
Girls, I gotta go. Tomorrow we have Lennox Lewis, Chris Rock, Jon Stewart, and Ann Coulter right here from the set of The View. Thank you very much for your set.